Hello guys, welcome to another video. Tonight I want to talk to you about Prodigy, the second book in Marilu's Legend trilogy. So I went to the bookstore a couple of days ago to get my copy of Prodigy and of Champion because I don't want to wait to get the next book. I asked one of the people working at the bookstore and she leads me to this little corner where there is one copy of Prodigy and one copy of Champion, both hardcovers. I love hardcovers, but I already have Legend and its paperback, so it wouldn't match in my collection. I decided to buy them. So I'm about to pay for the books, and I notice that the paper in the spine of Prodigy is torn. And not a little bit, like torn like almost this much. I don't want to pay for a book that is so damaged. So I asked if they have another copy, and they inform me that they won't get more copies of these books in at least 1 month. 1 month is just not acceptable. So I'm struggling in there with my decision. I don't want to buy a book that is so damaged, but then I don't want to wait that much for them to have another copy that is at least 1 month. It could be longer. I'm suffering in here with what should I do, and then my dad, who was also buying for some books and he was already done with his shopping, comes next to me and asks me if I'm done with mine. I explain him my situation about these books that I already have the first one and I need the other two, but the next one is damaged and I don't know if I want to buy the third book without buying the second one. My dad looks around and he notices that there are box sets of the whole trilogy.
Why don't you buy the whole box set?
Oh, because I already have the first one.
So,
I couldn't argue with that logic. So now I have a box set with all 3 books in hardcover versions. And look how beautiful this box is. It also comes with this exclusive material, but in case it has some hints of spoilers, I want to wait until I read the third book to read it. Back to Prodigy. If you have not read this book, there are going to be spoilers in this video, so you shouldn't be watching this. If you have not read Legend, then I don't know what brought you to this video, but you should read it. It's amazing, it's great, you're gonna love it. Read it. But I'm going to assume that no one who has not read it is going to stay, so goodbye, come back later. When I finished reading Legend, I thought that the Elector and his son were going to play a big role in this book. First thing that happens in this book is that the Elector dies. It was so strange and weird that this whole nation is ruled by one single person, but the moment he dies, no one cares. Or well, people care, but they don't have a funeral. They don't want to show any sign of emotion at all. In the other dystopians that I've read, it's always the same. The government always suppressing their emotions in order to control people. I guess that makes sense. They pulls me close enough for our noses to touch.
I love you.
I'm just starting this book. And are we going to start with the fields already? Okay, why not? Okay, let's do this. Day tells June that he loves her. Okay, that's fine. I can handle this. June can't, and I'm lying to myself, I can't either. They've known each other for a month or something like that. It's a very nice thing for him to say, but really? Really? You love her? The whole story is about these two being shipped, but the whole context of them being together after so little. I mean, they went through a lot, and you can understand that they developed some bonds with each other. I was not expecting that he would tell her that he loves her this soon. Big surprise, big surprise. Not bad surprise, just unexpected and hard to assimilate surprise. Later, it's stated that the whole plan of the colonies is that they want to reunite the colonies and the Republic and make one single country again, the United States of America. I knew that that was what's supposed to happen because the Republic and the colonies need to go back together in one single country, or at least what's remained of it, because apparently one big chunk of it has been lost in the waters. I understand that the whole title of Prodigy is that June is the prodigy, Day is the legend. Who is gonna be the champion? Yeah, I stole that from here. My point is, she is a prodigy. She's very, very smart. I get that. But really, how smart and how badass and how cool you have to be in this dystopian, futuristic world that you have such a high rank at the age of 15. I get it, it's part of the idea of the whole story. I'm not criticizing that. I like it. I go with it. I don't know. I would like to know more of this. Racer. First of all, what kind of name is Racer? You cut with a razor. You don't trust a razor. You don't trust someone who can cut you and make you bleed. He starts being this cool guy that offers them a lot of things. He gives Day this bionic leg. Now he's half a robot and he saved Tess, but I'm not trusting him that much. There's something bugging me around. The moment he starts manipulating Day with his brother, I know it. I'm not supposed to trust him. First off, you don't trust someone who asks you to kill someone else. That's just no, that's just wrong. So we have Tess back. All of a sudden, she went through puberty, and for me, it was like a 12, 13-year-old girl in Legend. Now she's like 15 or 16, and now she has hormones and she has a crush on Day. I think she has a crush on me. Maybe, I don't know.
Can you repeat the question?
As a character, I get it that he wouldn't understand it, but as a reader, it's obvious that the author put that in there because we're supposed to know that she has a crush on him. And oh my god, I don't know how I feel about that. It's just kind of weird. Day tells June that he loves her, and I'm just recovering from that emotional shock. And then he gives her an engagement ring. The whole idea of him creating this engagement ring with paper clips, that was so nice, but 15-year-olds getting engaged, it was awkward. So we have June following this whole plan, and she's taken by Thomas, and they start talking. Then she starts processing it with that awesome brain of hers and connecting the dots. And no way. Oh my god, Matthias was in love with Thomas. I would say that was the biggest gasp of this book. That one. And holy shit. Then now we discover that just made the fact that Thomas killed him even worse. Apparently, he knew that Matthias had a crush on him, and yet he decided to kill him because it was the orders of his superior. I'm hating Thomas. I'm wishing the worst for him. And then the Elector son, he actually wants to change the Republic into something good. I liked how he speaks, and I like what he's saying, but should we trust him? In the end, turns out that he's good, and I liked him, but at first I was a little skeptical. They also had some action. Tess kissed him. If it was awkward that Tess had a crush on him, now she kissed him, and this is just not the way things are supposed to go. And I feel bad for Tess because she's a nice girl. One thing I have to say, that's bravery, because she had the courage to go to her crush and kissed him. June starts getting sick when she says that this sickness that she has is like making her lose her focus and that she can notice everything. Then I'm starting getting very worried about her. What the hell does she have? And in the end, she was cured, and I'm glad. But I was very worried about her well-being and her life, because you're not supposed to make main characters sick unless something very bad is going to happen to them. Day is a rock star in the colonies, and so everyone's out there waiting for him. You can just imagine Day at the balcony of the hospital. Also, this comparison that they do with the TV of the Republic and the TV of the colonies, that in the colonies they're like, are they trying to make me buy something with that? Then turns out that, as I suspected, Razor was not supposed to be trusted. Both characters separately found that out. It was a little hard to believe that June rolled that out in a dream. Your dream is supposed to be your subconscious, or has she premonitory dreams maybe? I don't know, maybe she does. And Katie died. Katie, I don't know how to pronounce the name of the girl, but Katie died. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Thomas and Razor and Peter Pettigrew making people who trusted you get killed. I was terrified. I was very scared when they go back to the Republic. Katie is dead, and June says that Day has to go on without her because she's just slowing him down. And then he dares to say, I'll see you soon. We all know that you never say, I'll see you soon, I'll see you later, and then part ways. Because that's when all hell always breaks loose and someone dies or worse. And thank God nothing happened to her. But those were the most stressful chapter and a half that I've read in this book. Then turns out he has a brain tumor and that he's going to die. I can't believe I was worried about June having a bug, and my logic was that if the author put that in there, it was because it was going to play a major role. And I saw that in June, but I never noticed that they had a bigger, similar problem. And oh my god, I don't want him to die. And he breaks up with her and asks her to accept the post of princeps. Every time he's about to tell her and the reasons that he has, he never does. And oh my god, why don't you tell her about your stupid brain tumor? What have you not learned from everyone else? You don't keep secret from your loved ones, because that just makes things worse. And in the end, they start making out, and it was so nice, but it's also, we know that it's a goodbye makeout session, and he won't tell her, and oh my god, what's going to happen in Champion? I'm so scared. I'm so high in this book right now. I really hope that they won't die, and that's all my concerns. Also, I want to know what happens with Tess and Thomas. See you all next time. Goodbye.